Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I have your attention, please? The eastern wing of the Stinkbug Works is a colossal disaster. But in the middle of that colossal disaster is the cause for the disaster. All along, you've been looking at that drawing right there of this, and it has finally come to fruition. Here it is. Whoop. Why, Shazam, there be my boat right here. So these little strips right here gonna get glued to the top. I'll wrap this with wax paper, put glue on here, cinch them all up, put the lid on, boom, they're stuck. So, and I've got the boat right at the top here, so the top will hold it down just perfectly. Perfect, Ollie. So, this is just a slick way. I need to lower this a little bit. This is just a really slick way to keep your boat clean, to keep your boat safe, and to keep your boat secure. You know, this way, it doesn't get all dusty. When you throw it up on the shelf, you don't have to worry about throwing it up on the shelf. You can actually throw it up on the shelf. And my plan, I always have a plan. The plan goes like this. For hinging and attaching this lid, I've got this, extra wide Velcro that I'm just going to glue all the way around. So it'll be glued to this lid, and it'll be glued to the rest of the frame. And I'll just have a little bit hanging over here on the top to catch what's coming around from this side. So just a quick zip, zip, and this thing will fold open. And behold, the rigger. I still have, this took 2 sheets to do, and I have quite a bit of scrap. Remember, a couple of months ago, I mentioned combat boats. This is what I've always thought. This stuff is just bulletproof. And when glued up in the right formation, it's plenty strong. And if you cover this with Kevlar and shoe glue that's been thinned out a little bit with toluene so you can brush it, it makes a bomb-proof structure. I flew my little slope glider, it's a Harris Nelson Moth, if you know anything about that. I've flown it full tilt boogie into, a metal beam guardrails, boom, and then just thrown it off the cliff again, because it's indestructible. This you could run full speed head on into the curb on the sewer pond, and the boat would just bounce off and go about its merry way. So this would be a fun building material. It would be fun indeed. Anyway, that's about all I have for you today. I've got a little bit more gluing on this to do. Then this guy will be done. I think I might make one for the silver bullet. It's going to have to be a little higher, and maybe I'll put more time into it than I put into this one. This one was just a wham bam, thank you ma'am, can you get it done? And it appears so. So there you go. Until next time, boys and girls, jet out.